Thanks for your support as a channel member, Germat7046. The 2025 Formula One season is less than a month away, and I'm about to tell you where everybody is going to finish this season. Hello folks, and welcome back to a brand new video. And that's right, I'm about to tell you where every single driver in the 2025 season, at least who starts the season, is going to finish it. I've got a tier maker here right in front of me, and we've got each of the sort of 5 or 6 sections for each driver to be ranked in. The closer they are to the number here on the left hand side, that's the higher position. So the further away the driver is from the coloured boxes, the lower down the order. So I'll go through one sort of level at a time and explain my reasoning for each of them, and we'll end up at the champion. And long-time viewers will have already seen who I predicted for world champion, so you might already know the answer to that. But let's fill in some of the gaps, and I'm going to start with 20th to 16th, and we're working on the basis that Jack Doohan does the whole season and doesn't get replaced by Franco Colapinto, which I think will probably happen, to be honest. I think Flavio Briatore already has his mind made up. If Jack puts that car in one barrier, he's out the door. So on that basis, he goes into 20th. Isaac Hadjar, I don't think he's going to have a great season. The RB could be alright, but I just don't think he'll have quite enough sort of preparedness to get everything out of it. Gabriel Bortoletto in the Sauber, I think, will just be a stronger driver in a car that may improve this season. He could easily be behind Hadjar. You could swap those two around. It's a little bit tricky now. Well, is it really? Lance Stroll is going to be 17th. So Aston Martin are probably going to turn all their attention to 2026 pretty early on. And I'm going to be a little bit controversial here. I'm going to take Alex Albon and put him in 16th place. I just have a feeling that Williams might have a decent car to start with, but there'll be another team that quickly turns their attention to 2026. James Vowles has been saying for the last few seasons it's not about this season or next season, it's all about 2026. So at the earliest opportunity, I expect Williams to be turning off the taps on 2025 and opening them absolutely as far as they can on 2026. So that is my bottom 5. Let's move to 15th to 11. So the lower midfield even. I'm going to go with Pierre Gasly in 15th, and then I'm going to go with, in fact, I'm going to go Nico Hülkenberg in 15th. So I'm going to, I'm saying that Hülkenberg's going to outscore Albon, but I think Sauber might do a little bit more development just to sort of get the ball rolling for 2026. They need to show some improvement from 2024 through 2025. So Gasly 14th, Hülkenberg 15th, Alonso in 13th, because he'll do something special. He'll get some decent points every now and again for Aston. And then I'm going to go with Carlos Sainz would be logical based on what I said about Albon. So let's plonk him in there. There we go. And then I'm going to go, where is he? Liam Lawson in 11th place. I don't think Lawson's going to finish in the top 10. Now that could be he just struggles, or that could be he gets swapped over, which does also mean that Yuki Tsunoda is in the top 10. But I'm going to go with Oliver Behrman in 10th. I think Haas are going to have a good season, and I think we're going to see the very best of Esteban Ocon. So he's going to be in the top 8. So there you go. Ocon in 8th, ahead of Tsunoda, who I think is going to have a decent season. Whether he actually steps up to the Red Bull team or not, we're not sure yet. Depends on how Liam Lawson does based on this. It could happen. So watch this space. I doubt it though. I think Red Bull have made up their mind on the Japanese driver. So I don't see him graduating to Red Bull anytime soon, unless Lawson or Verstappen is unwell or is injured, and Tsunoda as the reserve driver then gets a promotion. Let's move into the top positions. It makes sense to put Antonelli in, 7th place. So that kind of makes sense. because he's the rookie and very young. He's going to make some errors. And now it starts to get a little bit more controversial. You can't see quite all of the faces behind my camera there. But we've got Verstappen, Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton, Norris and Piastri. How good do I think Mercedes are going to be this year? Honestly, I think they're going to lack a little bit with Lewis. I think George is operating at a level when he hits it that he can do a lot of winning. I just think he needs to find that rhythm. We'll see how he does as the lead driver now. All the responsibility is on him. There's no, oh, Lewis is in the other car sort of excuse or get out of jail free. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Now, 5 remain. I'm going to go with Lewis Hamilton in 5th. I think he's going to take some time to get used to the Ferrari way of working. I think there'll be some good weekends. There'll be some weekends where he looks a bit iffy, but it's all about 2026 preparation and Ferrari nailing those regulations. Lewis being at the front and getting that 8th World Championship in red. 4th place, I'm going to go with Max Verstappen. I'm not sure the Red Bull is going to be as strong as it was at any point last season. Could be wrong. But I just think the other teams are now so close. I just think Max is going to have too much on his hands to fight 2 Ferraris and 2 McLarens potentially, based on what I'm suggesting here. Could even be 2 Mercedes, depending on how well Antonelli and Russell do. Piastri, I'm going to go with 3rd place for you. And Lando Norris is going to be bridesmaid again, is Lando Norris. So I think McLaren are going to be very strong. I think they'll be the team to beat. But I also think they might take points off each other, which will let this guy in. Charles Leclerc, as I predicted in my previous video, will become the 2025 Formula One World Champion. So let's just run through from bottom to top again. Doohan, Hadjar, Bortoletto, Stroll, Albon. Please don't hate me, Justin, one of my channel members. Big Alex Albon fan. Please don't hate me. I gave my reasoning. Williams are going to turn their attention to 2026 very early. Hulkenberg's going to do very well for Sauber. We know he does well in midfield cars. He can outperform them quite regularly. Gasly, who knows what Alpine are going to deliver. Gasly's a good midfield operator, but they're another team. Any team that has a sluggish start to 2025, they're looking to next year immediately. With Alpine, it probably won't make much difference. They'll still come out with a rubbish car. Although they'll have a Mercedes engine in it next year. So we'll wait and see on that. Alonso in 13th because Aston will be looking to 2026. Sainz, same as Albon. Lawson could struggle. He could easily be in the top 5. I think Liam Lawson's a bit of a wild card. If he settles in well, we could see great things from him. But I just think it might be a bit too much. And with Verstappen in the other car, he could get eaten alive. He could get dropped. Anything's possible with Red Bull, let's be honest. Oliver Behrman in 10th, that could be a bit of a stretch. A rookie in his first full season, I've gone for him in the top 10. I think Haas are going to have a good year. Tsunoda, I think he's going to do well. 9th place. Ocon, I think we're going to see the best of him. Antonelli and Russell. I think Mercedes will have periods like in 24 where they were very good, but I think they'll also look to 2026. Hamilton, again, eyes on 2026, but I think he'll pick up a few wins. Verstappen, he won't be able to fight everybody all on his own if Lawson's not pulling his weight in that respect and getting amongst them. But Max Verstappen, not a 4-time world champion for no reason. Oscar Piastri won't quite have enough to match Norris and Leclerc simply based on experience. Lando's going to fall short because Piastri's taking points off of him, and that's going to let Charles Leclerc in to win the World Championship. So there you have it. That's my prediction. Let me know in the comments, or send me on Discord. If you're in the Discord, put these in the F1 chat. If you're not, hit the link in the description and join us and tell me who you think is going to be World Champion and where you think everybody else is going to be. So yeah, that's what I've gone with. I want to hear what you think. Thanks for watching. You're the best fans. Bye for now.